Good Sunday afternoon, y'all. Welcome. Come on in. It's time to get Sunday dinner going. Y'all know what time it is. Okay, we're going to get this train rolling. It's already 12 noon. This dinner has got to be on the table by 3 o'clock. So we got to put on our skates this morning and catch up with the flavor train, y'all. Okay, first of all, I'm going to start out with, let me give y'all the menu first of all. I'm going to do my shrimp, macaroni and cheese. Um, I'm gonna do a roast beef. Gonna 3 pounds of roast beef. Gonna fix it up and gravy it up, and I'm gonna serve it over rice. Of course, we're gonna have cornbread, and I'm gonna mix some collards and kale, and that's gonna do it for Sunday dinner. So we're having shrimp mac and cheese, roast beef over rice, and collards and kale mixture with some good old savory, creamy, sweet cornbread. And of course, y'all know we're gonna have the usual lemonade. So to get this going, I'm going to go ahead and get my noodles cooking here. This is a 1 pound box of Muller's, of course. So I'll do that ahead of time. So when I get ready to put the cheese sauce and get all the other ingredients, I always put like a teaspoon of salt into my water just to knock the edge off of it. Y'all know it. Cook it right by the directions. It'll come out perfect every time. The only thing I do that they don't recommend on the box, I add a little bit of salt. So it takes about I get 10, 12, 15 minutes to cook this, and it's basically al dente. So got the mac and cheese, got the noodles for the mac and cheese going. Next thing I'm going to do is get over here on the other side of the counter. I've got to get my roast. I have not done anything. That's why I say I got to put on the roller skates this morning. I'm still nursing little Norrick. He's still little, babies. They don't know what's going on with them. When they have little pain going on, they want mommy or grandmommy or somebody holding them and nurturing them. And he's not eating that well. So, y'all know I'm going to just nurture him even more than what I already do. So, we're going to get this, get my utensils together. Okay, we're going to get over here. That's my shrimp sitting back there with those, my butter. Got everything set up. I'm sous chefing pretty good this morning. Only thing I haven't done, I was going to get my onions done, but I'm going to get them done right now. I've not been to the store a lot this week, so my vegetables in the roast today is only going to be some onion, and the rest is going to be seasoned. It'll be just fine. Normally I put green pepper in there, or you can drop some celery in there for seasoning, but we're not doing it today because I got my baby here and I don't want to leave him, and he don't need to go to the store. So I already sent somebody to the store. I don't dare call back and start ordering other stuff. You know how that goes. So anyhow, hope you've had a real nice weekend. I think y'all probably got my video from last night. The boys dropped in on me. Was not expecting them, but they're always welcome here. So they wanted to watch the game last night. And McCall, my grandson that's in the Army, I was excited to see him because I haven't seen him in a while. Let's get over here on this beef. Okay, haven't seen McCall. Well, it's not been in a while. It hasn't been that long. Anyway, maybe a couple of months. So he surprised me with a visit last night, and he's hung out with me a little bit. He and his little son and wife came, and he's expecting a new little one here in about 7 months. So her and I'll have grandchildren. I will always have grandchildren and well, actually, this will be another great grandchild. These great grands are just coming because see, my grands have all gotten grown on me. So I'm thinking, girl, you got great grandchildren all over the place. So I got another great grand on the way. Y'all excuse me for a second. Okay, I don't want to turn the camera off. I'm multitasking. Y'all know I got that macaroni on. So you have to stir macaroni too. You can't walk away from it. If you do, it will stick to the pan. I don't dare want that to happen. So let's go ahead and get this roast seasoned up so you can get it, so I can get it in the oven. I'm gonna put it in a 375-degree oven. Um, so I'm gonna go ahead and turn it on now. Start. Okay, got my oven set up. I tell you, when I tell you I had not started anything, I had not started anything. I've been petting my baby. I wish y'all could hear him. He's over there playing some kind of little game, and he's humming. It's amazing how children respond to illnesses or when they don't feel well. He just well, it sounds a little bit better than that, but anyway, it sounds so sweet, and I feel so sorry because I know his little ears still bother him a little bit, so he's just humming right along with the music, and I just love it. It just melts me. Okay, y'all, back to the food. Okay, now this roast beef. This is my own little mixture of stuff, and I mixed it up just, I guess, because I wanted to. Because y'all know I always have complete seasoning. Complete seasoning is wonderful, but I had something new that I wanted to mix in with it to make my own, so I could sort of test my own, because I'm working on making my own dry seasoning, dry rub, or whatever you want to call it. So I'm just sort of playing around with it. So what I've got in here, everything I put in here is 2 tablespoons full. Okay, and I've done this one before for y'all. Garlic powder, onion powder, adobo seasoning, and then these little packets here, they are for to make fresco burgers. I bought a box of these. There were 6 in there, so they taste good in the burger mix. So I put a package of this, which is the equivalent of a couple of tablespoons. So I got a pack of that. So I don't know if you can find this anywhere or not, but if you don't have it, don't worry about it. It has garlic in it. Of course, you can see it shows on the thing, garlic, onions, and red peppers in there. Okay, and salt, of course. So I got that in there. So everything is 2 tablespoons full. Garlic powder, onion powder, adobo seasoning, and the burger infusion seasoning. I also put a teaspoon of Italian seasoning. You may or may not have that. I keep that because when I do spaghetti, I always like to have that Italian seasoning to pour in there. So, and then I put some sea salt in there. About a teaspoon of sea salt in there. You know, sea salt now, because it's large granules, you have to be very careful. I love it because I don't know I guess it's the texture of it, and I'm sure it has some kind of flavor that regular salt doesn't have, but to me it breaks down meat and it just makes it feel good. Or if you sprinkle it like I did the sweet potatoes, to get that salty and sweet taste, I hit it with a few granules of that sea salt, because it's, you know, the little chunky granules. So you can put regular salt if you like. Okay, now what I'm going to do is go ahead and get started with sprinkling my beef. And I probably, for this whole roast, I probably have 3 tablespoons. Well, okay, it's coming out pretty good. You just give it. Oh, and black pepper, yeah, a tablespoon of black pepper goes in there as well. You want your black pepper in there. I'm gonna have to go back and put mine, because I did not put mine in there. But black pepper goes in there also. Just gonna flip it over and just season. I mean, just like you would any other kind of meat. Just season it really, really, really good. And of course, y'all saw that big old fork that I lifted it with. I'm gonna poke it so that that seasoning can get down in there, like so. Not a lot. Poke it about 10 times. And that way, when the meat begins to cook and the juices come out and grab a hold of the seasoning, it'll go inside as well. Okay? Alrighty then. So, I'm going to just continue to do that, and I'm just going to slice those onions on top of it. And we're going to get this roast in the oven and cook it for, let's see, it's 12 now, 1, 2. I'll cook it for about 3 o'clock. It's going to take a good 3 hours to have it falling apart, because that's the way we want it. And you also, depending on whatever cut of meat, you can sprinkle you a little bit of, what do you call it, meat tenderizer on it if you like. I mean, that's up to you. But you have to be careful with meat tenderizer because that meat tenderizer will. I don't put it in my into this season because I use this for stuff other than meat. But if you think you need to, hit it with about a teaspoon of meat tenderizer. That will further tenderize your meat. Now that's strictly a personal chef's choice. Okay, I'll call it chef's choice. So, okay, y'all, this roast is about to go into the oven. As soon as I slice the onions, I'm just going to slice them right on top of there. Nothing, no big deal. No, nothing particular, nothing fancy. Just about like that. And then we're just going to lay them around on there. So, and then when I get ready to start putting this mac and cheese, this shrimp mac and cheese together, I will return and we will continue the instruction. Okay, here we go, y'all. The roast is ready to go into the oven. So what I'm going to do is what I've done here, I've cut the onions as I told you, and I sprinkle about eighth of a teaspoon of salt because I love that rock salt, that sea salt, just a little extra oomph. Okay, then I have put about I'll say about a half a teaspoon of complete seasoning in that fourth cup of water. That's all the water I'm going to put in here. This roast will make its own water because what I'm going to do is put a real piece of foil. Yes, darling. You spill it? Okay, I'll be there in just a second. So I'm going to put a piece of foil on there really, really tight. And it's going to go into that 375 degree oven for about, let's say it's about 2 hours and 45 minutes. Maybe not quite 3 hours. But we'll check it at 2:45. So we're just going to go ahead and, my oven just told me it was ready. So, and I'm gonna do it tight around the edges, but I'm gonna leave a little room for that steam to rise up in there. Leave a little bit of room in there, a little bit rising room, but around the edges it's gonna be airtight. Airtight around the edges. You see, leave some wrinkles in there like that. So that steam will get in there, and it's gonna tenderize and cook that roast beef to perfection. I'm thinking 2:45 to 3. Depends on how much, me and Mudge and stuff. So here we go, y'all. It's going into the oven. Going into the oven. Top rack, y'all. Okay, y'all, we back on the stove again. That roast is cooking and smelling and on the way. We're going to get the kale going here. The kale I have to cook. The collards are already done, so I'm going to thaw the collards and mix them in with the kale. So here we go. And of course the kale will be cooked as we always cook it. I'm heating 2 cups of water, about a stick of butter in there so far. And I'm going to put some onions in the water, and I'm going to keep a few to put right on top. And of course we're going to do our complete seasoning in that water, a little bit of complete. And I'm going to, as you can hear, it's still playoff. The playoffs will be going on for a little while, so the bars are back and we're watching basketball again today. So. All my children that live here are here. Paul is still here with his family, so we're excited. Hey, how you doing? That's not a hug, that's a squeeze. That's not a hug, that's a squeeze. You getting squoze. That's McCall. Oh, Shania is McCall's big brother. You know what? I lose sight of that. All my kids, they made everybody back in here. That's McCall. That's Tony, of course. Tania don't like to get video. Where's Man Man? Where Man Man go? He never came up here. I never seen. Oh, did he? Oh. I ain't even recorded you, period. I ain't got you. You weren't even in there. There's Man Man. Hey, sugar. Love you. Good to see you. Okay. Got the greens in the pot. They're cooking. Got my macaroni. Hey. My macaroni ready to go for this macaroni and shrimp casserole. Okay, so some more onions on top of that. You know those have to cook down. When they get cooked down, I will stir them a little bit and put a little bit more seasoning. So now we're just gonna go, right on into get this macaroni and cheese mix. One of the things I'm going to have to do for mac and cheese, y'all know I have to make a cheese sauce. So we're going to switch burners with the greens. Okay. And raw. Very excited. These boys love basketball. Let me tell y'all that. I'm going to get my mac and cheese ready to go into the oven. It has to bake about a good hour. Before I get it started, one of the things that I have to do along the way is, I have to saute my shrimp and onions. So I'm going to go ahead and get my onions started sauteed. Hope the game's not too loud for y'all. Or so y'all can still see what I'm doing if you can't hear me all that well. So whatever I'm doing, whatever y'all seeing, I'm talking about whatever I'm doing, in other words. So, sorry about that. This is just a medium onion cut up, medium high heat. Those onions in there. There we go. And when they get about halfway where they need to be, I'm going to drop the shrimp over in there and start seasoning that and set that off to the side to go into my macaroni pack. Okay. Now, I'm going to make a cheese sauce. So, what I'm going to do here is go ahead and roll. Just turn the heat down on those onions. I don't want them browned up. I just want them a little bit translucent there. Okay, I'm going to need about 3 cups of milk for this. So, let's see. And I'm going to use, whole milk. But y'all know I use the lactose free, so that's 1 cup. Well, we just said this is 2.5. We'll just use the rest of that. 1.5 cups. Okay, that's your 3 cups of milk, and then I'm gonna start adding cheese in. I know y'all hear Tangy and Tangy, they're in there cutting up, y'all. My children, they look like Tangy, they like to crack that mouth open and laugh. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and get started and put these shrimp in it. This is 1 pound, about a good pound of shrimp. So this is the shrimp that's gonna go in. And of course I'm gonna do it with the complete seasoning. A little extra onion powder in there. And tablespoon of butter. I don't want that heat up real high once you get them in there, because you don't want anything to brown or burn Just remember now, this is going into macaroni and cheese. Okay. This is going to be ready here shortly. Because I need that pan. You know what? I got to buy another set of pans. Because I need another 2 or 3 quart pan to, okay. We're back. We got this. Okay, shrimp are ready. Cheese sauce almost ready. So in just a few minutes, we're going to put this shrimp mac and cheese together. So hang on there with me just a sec. Okay, we're over here doing the cheese sauce. Okay, the cheese is all melted as you can see, and I'm going to have to thicken it a little bit with a little bit of flour water thickener. Okay, that's 3 cups, remember, of 3.5 cups rather of milk and half, whichever one you want to use. So I'm just going to use a little. I don't want it real thick now because remember it's got to cook through those noodles and all the other ingredients. So want it thick but not too thick. So let that go through a little boil, and as soon as that gets done, we're just going to pour it over here into the noodles. And then we're going to put the shrimp into it, and this is going to be ready for the pan so we can get it in the oven. The roast is about halfway there. Okay. Let's turn the heat up a little bit. I want to see how thick the sauce is. And of course I put a tablespoon of, to that mixture, I added another tablespoon of complete seasoning. That complete seasoning does just what it says. It completes a dish or a meal or a taste or flavor that you're going for. Somebody said it has accent. I still didn't read the ingredients yet, but I ate accent in food for 100 years before I realized that's what was giving me a headache. And here I am at 70. I found it out, I think, at 65. Boy, if you jump off that again, I'm going to get you.
Kate, go downstairs and chill out.
Grandma, I'm trying to see where your charger is.
I'm using it right now.
Like, look, well, I know it's going. Good strong charge.
Every child that comes in here, especially boys, that was Caden. He too big to jump off that top step. Feel like the whole house gonna cave in. But that's all of them do it. I mean, they just all do it. And I don't want them to get hurt now. You know that. The last thing I want. That cheese sauce is slamming, as they say, honey. Woo. Just if I have to say so myself, bless you. That cheese sauce is working. Loving it. Okay. Oh, I'm supposed to call fire. Okay. Let's get ready to give me a little bubble there, so I have an indication as to how thick it is. There you go. Yeah, it's gonna be okay. I think it's gonna be perfect. That's good. That's wonderful. Okay, as I'm stirring this cheese sauce, I found out that I did need to pour that last bit of another half cup. Another half cup of half and half. So we're ready to go ahead and. Okay, there we go. So go ahead and pour it in. Okay. 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 Now we're gonna get over here on this side, and we're gonna get the shrimp in. Okay, let's get over here. I'm over here, camera person. Over here. Okay, so now I've got my shrimp in there, and all I need to do now is just mix. This is a mixing process here. Just mix it in.
Yeah. Go give me a deal.
Mix, mix, mix.
Have you ever tried? It's a place called Straight Drop.
Wow, that's good.
So this dude called
Grab one of those shrimp from on the back over there.
He did it like the streets, cause
Okay.
sauce and crack sauce.
Yo. I gotta go.
That's good. So I'm gonna pour it half and half, and we're gonna be done.
Seafood.
Okay.
So it's like that. It's like that.
Like this.
It's like that.
Okay.
Spicy, everything. Love.
Okay, so we're ready to go ahead and
They don't even cut up right.
put the.
They be obedient. They don't
Yeah.
Wow, that's so good. I can't even think straight.
do like that. But it's worth it. I'm telling you.
Okay. Do need one more little bit of complete seasoning in there to complete it. Okay.
I see my boy home Styles. He affiliated with somebody. They do little seafood thing around here.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Okay.
Called Stuffed Up. They did it Friday. This Friday they did stuffed a lot of stuff. It was real.
That's yummy, y'all.
Watching them on Facebook, you know.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pour half.
Styles trying to do it. I like it. That's what's up. I got to give me something going on.
Half the mix in there.
I gotta get my health right first. I just can't stay focused.
Give it a little shake there. And then we're going to grab that other bag of cheese. We're going to put some cheese in between. Okay.
Oh, that thing was good. That food was good too on it.
Oh, yeah.
I'm watching Big Love. That big old thing out there.
Okay.
Yeah, it look good.
Now, the remainder.
Yeah. Right.
Okay. We got a pan full to the brim.
Right. Why get anything else? If you're gonna get it, you might as well get that. Or you can bite into some meat. Yeah. I'm looking at it.
Shrimp, beans,
Everything.
Gonna flip the ends of this up. Okay. At least.
No.
Okay, so now just gonna go back over the top of here. A little bit of cheese, not a lot. Just enough to garnish there. Garnish, garnish, garnish. And then we're gonna cover this lightly and run through the oven, let it cook, and then I'll take it off and let that cheese sort of do what it do. Open. Okay. And of course, you know, I got to put a few breadcrumbs on there.
Let's go to when you get crab meat with some mouth.
Exactly. That's how I want it.
When you bite into your crab, it's a mouthful. Crab. Look at she make sure you see all that on there.
Right.
It's angry.
Look at all that under their chin.
Let's see. And she keeps squeezing that lemon on hers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I do too. I like living on my seafood.
Okay, y'all. That mac and cheese with shrimp is ready to go into the oven. It's ready. Now, y'all know I have to always do a little bit of twist. So the twist I'm gonna drizzle a little olive oil and garlic on top. So hold on just a second. Okay, y'all. Just got about a fourth of a cup of olive oil and
I gotta do my taxes by tonight.
a little bit of olive oil.
By tomorrow by midnight.
Dog, I meant to ask you to print me a form, girl.
I gotta do 1099. Yeah, I gotta do that. Right.
You can come turn it off now, honey. I had to get it on, honey. This oven is on. Well, yeah, use that one upstairs. Tangy. Use that one up there in that room with the ring was.
My VA stuff.
Yeah, there's I think something we can lay a towel or something over there. Take soap up there. Ain't no soap up there. Okay, I had to do a little bit more drizzle. Mix a little bit more. I want to make sure I got it all over the entire pan. So there we go. Alright, so it's ready to go in the oven. I'm going to cover it with a piece of foil. I'm going to bake it at 350 for 1 hour. So it's going in the oven. Okay, y'all, my house archery cornbread, 2.5 cups of house archery, 2 eggs, 1 cup of milk, and I may have to add a little bit more. And then we're going to put in a half a cup of brown sugar, of course. That ought to be it. I need a big pan today, y'all. Okay. And we're going to add in. Half a cup of oil. This is part of it here, okay? And then the rest of it's going to be in the pan because I got to get my pan good and hot. And then we're going to just mix it all up together, put it in the pan and burn it up for about 20 minutes. And we got cornbread. Hold 1 sec. Okay, now we need to bake this cornbread at about 375 for 20 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and put it in the pan. It's a done deal, y'all. So we need a big pan today because we got all the guys here and they eat mucho food. Okay, there it is. Cornbread ready for the oven, y'all. Please, hands up here. Okay, y'all, I'm making this is like a little hors d'oeuvre. I had thought some ground turkey that is seasoned for meatloaf. I was going to make meatloaf today, but changed my mind. So I needed to go ahead and use that ground turkey. So what I've done is I've sauteed it in a pan. It was like 1 pound. I sauteed it with some onions and some little bit of tomato paste, about 3 or 4 tablespoons of tomato paste. Then I put some ketchup, about a fourth of a cup, well, half a cup of tomato ketchup, and a fourth of a cup of brown sugar, and a teaspoon of garlic powder, a teaspoon of complete seasoning. And now I'm getting ready to, I got some Italian sauce I'm going to drop in there. So what I'm going to do with this is put it on a bun. It'll be like a, whatever you can call it, whatever you want to call it. But this is just something extra while they work on dinner. And I needed to use that brown, I don't want to refreeze that ground turkey, in other words. So I'm going to go ahead and, I got some Italian sausage I'm just going to drop in there. Okay, I'm just gonna let it cook. And then when it gets done, about 10 minutes from now, they can eat it on the bun until dinner gets ready. Yeah, baby. You want your covers? Okay, hold on just a second. I'm gonna get your covers. That's Norby. He needs his covers, little sweetheart. Okay, y'all, come back in. I'm done. I've done it. Here's the roast with the gravy. There's the yellow rice on the back burner, the mixed collards and kale, cornbread, and the shrimp, macaroni and cheese. So, it's all done. We get ready to sit back, relax, and enjoy. And my little side dish meal, I'll have to show y'all that next time because they ate it all up. They ate it, y'all. So, we're getting ready to sit back, relax, and enjoy this meal. And I'm going to go through the room right quick. We got all kind of family and friends are here. So let's get this over so I can get it in one frame. Oh, that's just some oil. Y'all know my camera person ain't working, so y'all just bear with me one second. Can y'all please tell me to turn that pan around? Thank you so much. Okay, there it all is in one frame, so we can just go ahead and say y'all, thank y'all for tuning in. And listen, y'all, keep those prayers going up so the blessings will continue to come down. The flavor train is here. We get ready to do this Sunday dinner. So thank y'all for tuning in. And until I cook again, y'all, love you. Toodaloo.